All right, everybody, welcome to the weekly Bookmap crypto screen share. Thank you for jumping on in. We're going to jump on into Bookmap, and we're going to jump on into Bitcoin. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate it for jumping here. All right, let's take a look at the live screen here for BTC. If you were watching Bitcoin with us this morning, it was a standstill. We had a bullish divergence here on that 1 minute time frame there, right? That I had, boom, and I figured that could be our bottom. I enter along and we waited. It came a little bit, would have stopped me out a little bit, and then it did reverse back to the upside. Look, that's an Adam and Eve double bottom. To me, they like to play out to the upside. However, there's a resistance here at 49K that we just hit, and we can't seem to get back above. So Bitcoin must get back above 49,000 to remain bullish. That's going to be the key area for me. And then I'm watching the 7 minute, and I'm watching the 7 minute 200 SMA. You know, once we lost the 200 SMA, that was the easy short confirmation. I always like to wait for confirmation when a 200 SMA is lost on a smaller time frame to get my movement to the downside, right? Now, once that comes down, you get extended. You'll get too far away, and usually you'll pump back up to the 200 unless you can't get above a support or resistance level. This is an Adam and Eve double bottom. Clear as day as far as I'm concerned. It looks pretty nice, and so far it's on its way back to the upside. I also, on the 1 hour time frame, or was it even, no, I think the 15. Yeah, we had a small inefficiency where this candle body didn't meet this candle body right there, which means we could get a nice fill there too. Okay. And what I'm really what I really like to see is this resistance break and us get back above the 200 SMA on the 15. If we get back above the 200 SMA on the 15, there's a good chance Bitcoin has a more bullish day. All right. That's really, just like that was the catalyst for the shorts, the downside on the 7. That's going to be the catalyst for the move on the 15 to the upside. All right? Just something to think about. And let's take a look at the chat. How many people were in the chat? Let's say what up to the chat. Right here. Let's see. It's snowing here in Boston. I just shoveled a bunch of snow. Really nice move there. See how the 15-minute got above the 200 SMA? If we close a candle above that, I'm likely to open up along there and then see if we can get the Adam and Eve double bottom to play to the upside. But that's a beautiful double bottom. Adam and Eve double bottom is clear as day. And it should push us almost all the way back up to this point of control at 50,000. I wouldn't be surprised if we did a whole reversal right back up. Look, we're flying now. I tell you, this is what happens when you get above a 200 SMA. There's also some liquidity here at $50,000 for BTC. On top of all this, we're watching the DXY, right? And that's going to affect all you guys that are trading, you know, the stock market, NASDAQ. Almost honestly, whether you're trading Bitcoin or S&P, they're not going to be correlated 100% as much as they used to be. Over the bear market, they were almost direct. But, you know, you can basically inverse correlate the markets against the DXY. And pretty much similar trade on and off. Like 80% of the time, if we pump on Bitcoin, we're pumping on the S&P, you know. Maybe even 86. So this is tight, though. I don't want to see this break out. So we're watching this. This could, otherwise they could pump together in a way, which would be okay. But there is going to be a point where the dollar will pump and Bitcoin will pump because the dollar will just have a day where it pumps, and then people will FOMO for Bitcoin so much, it'll pump most of the time. So eventually one of those days will be when the dollar pumps too. So don't always be like, oh, they can't pump together because they can. But just, just take it one step at a time. All right. So Bitcoin, wow, nice move. And we technically did. We were watching this bottom the whole time, and we were like, did we call the bottom? We kind of did, but they got the wick out on us, which is interesting. So now, look, this candle in 5 minutes will close above the 200 SMA and above the local resistance that we made at the beginning of the day. Resistance came back, broke above it. If this can break above it, then the Adam and Eve can likely pump, like I said before, and there's a chance for a move. Stochastic's getting a little high for me, but the 1 hour showing signs of a reversal. We also showed that the 1 hour has hidden bullish divergence. We take that low and it swings up to a low, and then we match this low to a low. That's a swing down. That's a swing up. Tells me that the trend should continue to the upside. So we should get a trend reversal based off that divergence. And so far, we are getting the trend reversal based off the divergence. So pretty cool to see that happen too as well. Another great thing is I'm never bearish unless the 1 hour, I'm not big bearish unless the 1 hour breaks the 200 SMA. That's when we were here. We were playing, but, we got real close with the double bottom there. And that's how we knew a big move was coming. Tight moving averages at a point of control. Remember that for the rest of your life. Tight moving averages, POC, low stochastic, High likely. And then if you add a pattern in there that's bullish, I mean, wow. So is Bitcoin going to dump to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour? There's a chance it could, but right now, the hidden bullish divergence is playing out and holding us down and saying that's not going to happen. And the 15-minute is getting some nice moves up. So here's the deal. Let's see if we can close above the 200 SMA in the next 4 minutes. That will be one 15-minute candle close above that. See how the next candle goes above it. But, you know, I've many times have opened up a long with a stop right here, with the 200 is my, you know, median line, and boom, it plays up to the upside. So it's a nice trade that we're possibly could be taking here. We're going to watch it closely. Let's look at our really small time frame, like the 30-second or the 1. That's doing a bit of a little bullish retest here. 30-second chart is looking like it's about to get lit. And this would say yes, because the 15-minute says we're bullish. So the smaller time frame should start to pick up that momentum. This is interesting right here. Previous resistance, SR flip, resistance, support here. Wow. So we may have our scalp on our hands on the 30-second. And we may get all the way back up to 49,520 for BTC. All right. Oversold on the stochastics, and the RSI is pretty high. MACD shows lack of bearish momentum. This is almost hidden bullish too. Swing down while that swings up. Interesting. So possible trade right here for BTC on the 30-second chart. Wow, the market's doing good too. The market bounced pretty nicely. A lot of alts bounced faster back. Just when Bitcoin settled, a lot of alts just bounced right back where they were. Like it didn't take for Bitcoin to get back where it were for the alts to get back. So here's a possible trade. I don't like, you know, CPI day to day always makes me kind of like want to stay a little bit away from the market. I don't like to go too hard on CPI data. Days that I do, I always end up like losing my edge. You know, something happens that's a little weird. Sometimes I wait for the evening, at least for the dust to settle. But just, you know, because we had CPI data today that didn't come out favorably, right, for risk on assets. And so that just, you know, I take that into account on my trading day. And, you know, I don't always like to go too hard on days like that. I just want to jump off and look at the Bookmap chat here. All right. Okay, let's get it. Night. Yep. Everyday hitter. Made 70% gains this morning with you, Lifer. That's amazing. Good for you. Tauntaun, Montana, Lifer. Yeah. Sam, you and Bookmap are very much appreciated. I always look forward to the stream now. Thank you and Bookmap. You're welcome, man. Anytime. So it looks like we're attempting to get a bounce right here. The 15-minute broke above the 200. That's a bullish sign. Those two ideas make me confident for a long. They do. A quick long, but a possible long. And 49K, so I wouldn't open up a long until we break back above 49,000. Really want to see us solidify that. And this Adam and Eve double bottom's interesting. And so this little flag is what I'm watching. And it's the fact that it's the neckline. And a lot of times we do get these little flags on the Adam and Eve. Like this is how Adam and Eve's play out. They get this little retest. This would be like a textbook move here. We're also above the 200 on the 1 minute. That was another entry. That was the time to enter the trade right there. Once we cleaned the 200, retested it, stop loss on the other side, that was a massive gain. See that trade there, 48,740. And for me, it's a massive gain because it's like that's a big move on a futures trade. I always set up my trade before I take it. And I don't take the trade till I can see. I need to see, like, the whole trade is what I need to see. But 49,562, 48,862. I'm going to play this retest. I always risk about 100 for 300. That's my general at about 30 to 40x leverage. That's my sweet spot, all right? And there you go. If this plays out, so be it, right? All we're doing is playing the odds. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm not saying I know where everything's going to go. I got low stochastic most of the time that plays out. I retested a key level. I'm on the 1 minute chart. I'm watching the retest. I got an Adam and Eve double bottom in the 15 minutes above the 200 SMA. I have many reasons why this trade should continue to the upside, but there's no guarantees at all that it will. Okay? And then the other side is there's lesser liquidity today. They got a lot of people out, so it's more like trading on a lower volume area because a lot of the people got taken out already. So it's like the battlefield is clear, and you're the one sitting there, hey, you know. So there is a chance I get stopped out too as well. I have to be okay with that idea, all right? I haven't been a fan of trading today. It hasn't been a lot of follow through. This was weary too. Look, we had the divergence. They went lower than the divergence, but then brought the price back up, which is very like an unusual move. We lose the 21, you're likely to dump to the 200 too. And then the retest didn't play out. Like, it's like you go for the retest. If it played out, it played out. See, no retest, no love. Another thing I don't like to do is stare at the trade. I let the trade be. You know, either win it or you lose it. You come back to a win or you come back to a loss. Unless there's some crazy idea that's like pending, but once you do your due diligence, you let it be. Never sell Bitcoin, trade it to make more money only. Amen. I never tell you what to do, bro. Don't ask me when to sell Bitcoin. That's like my biggest pet peeve. Like someone telling me, asking me when to sell something. I'm like, I don't know, man. You do whatever you want. What if you're poor and your next meal is like, depends on you selling that coin, right? So, I mean, maybe, you know, I don't know someone's life. What if you're so rich you don't care? And like, you could sell, you know, it's like, I don't know what someone's doing. So no one should be able to tell you what to do with your money because they don't know how much that money means to you. Is that your last? How close are you to your last? How long did you, like, you know, what did you have to do to get it? Like, these are all a lot of questions that go with, like, you know, what happens in that situation, right? So that's why you should never ask for people to tell you what to do when it comes to trading. I'm just checking on price right now. I got a lot of positions that I opened throughout the weekend, and I'm just checking on where I'm at. I'm in Mavia right now, pretty, you know, high risk position. I got out of Welsh, but Welsh was doing pretty good. What? Yeah, it's Bookmap. Why? What are you doing? Really would like to see this retest come on out. We're pretty much at break even here, flat. The Adam and Eve's in our favor, and the fact that the 15 minutes above the 200 is in our favor. We have to keep those in the back of our mind and let the trade do its thing. Bit of a cup and handle feel too. And we're above the 200 on that 1 minute, and we just broke above it. Usually there's a lot more coming after that. And it's crazy how it went right to the 200 like it was supposed to. Boom. And there it is right there. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Yeah, Stacks is a nice little winner. Well, the ecosystem for Stacks is big, right? And wow, nice move for Stacks. All-time high, right? Remember, we were buying Stacks down here during the bear market when no one was talking about it. Before it was even on MEXC, we were going over it on KuCoin. Like, and Stacks is up a 4x from here, right? Bang. I got a fat bag of Stacks, and I'm happy for it. Beautiful. Look at that. And, you know, the ordinals are just getting bigger and bigger and really becoming a serious, you know, narrative. Sam, your long is still in play. Thank you for Aging Legend. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, we're back at 49K here, battling it out. All right. Looks like we're going to win this puppy and with a massive move up. Could this finally be the one? Let's go. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. You got hidden bullish. So we should be able to break this high here on the move to the upside. What's up, Sam? We're back with another one. Yeah, this is a more laid back, quiet narrative live stream. Like this is like the my live stream is the young man live stream. This is the old man live stream. This is where I act like an old man. All right. So now I'm just I went out and shoveled. I really did. I don't know if you guys believe me, but I did. I had my winter coat on. I was gonna come out in the winter coat and be like, yo, I just came in from shoveling the snow. You know what I mean? What's up, y'all? And I did. You can see the water still on me because it's a wet day out there. I put the salt out just to make it better. So, you know. But anyway, we do what we do. Dude, we're getting the pump. We did get the retest. So if you're with me, you made gains right now. That's nice. If you traded with us, you're in the money now. A nice gain, man. How do I do it all the time, huh? How does Sammy do it every time he steps up to the microphone over here? He finds a way to make the gains over here. There's no time like snow time over here. But look, we got the squeeze, and we could go all the way to 50K here. Purple fam incoming. Oh, no, here they come. I love y'all. But wow, we rocketing. We rocking. So we opened up a live trade for you, and we showed you how to make the gain. I mean, $50 fast, right? Let's go. Let's see if we can continue to the upside, break this high. And remember that your 15-minute is cooking right now because it's above the 200. And that usually gives you a really, 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 just like this move, compare this move to what's going to happen on the 15. You got above here, boom. The 15-minute should look something like this too. And wow, did we just call that move? We were able to snipe in on that retest. And I didn't get the retest perfectly. Funny, I want to be absolutely perfect, like, you know. But that's a nice execution right there, okay? That's nice execution. All right. Nice call, Sammy. Adam and Eve. Yep. 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 You just got to trust the patterns. Now, the Stoke's getting a little high. That's a nice scalp right there. That's fast money, you know. Whenever I make money that fast, I usually want to take it. And it's all about, we got to use that fear to our advantage. We're battling the resistance now. You can see this is clear resistance. Bitcoin has to get above this. We got to break above this level here. It's local resistance, 49.2. There we go. I mean, I don't know if you guys are in the games with me, but that's how you make $100 and literally, I don't know, $94. And how long we've been live, you know? And I really didn't open the trade until I was deep into the live. $90. Bang. Take your 10% and look for the next entry. That's what I think. That's what I'm going to do. I'm out. Some bearish div there, right? Let's see what happens now. And let's see if we can, we do that 3 times. We can make ourselves $300 in an hour, everybody. Okay? This is why Bookmap decided I was cool to do their trade, because they say he's a profitable trader, man. I only do Bookmap once a week, and I show you a profitable trade on it more than I haven't, right? Like the 15 times I've done it now, right? Master friend, Sam, I'm in this 200X. Let's go. I love it. Who here just closed a trade, made some gains? Who here still in this and going to take it all the way to the top, baby? So now we're going to reset for the moment. I'm going to step back my line. So we got the retest. They came down to that was a really good read on the retest. I was a little early on it, but we got it. All right. Now we want to see if we can execute what some type of rising wedge. That's got some legs to it. That puts us back in the driver's seat, back at 49,898. Overbought here too as well. So jumping after Master Friend's mentoring session just now. Love it. We already just took a trade. We got in on this retest. We ramped it up. I made about $90. It took us 1, 2, 3, 4. I got in here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took about 10 minutes. So our first trade we're good on. And it says there's more to come, technically. Like, the way the 15-minute is setting up, we'll show you here. The 15-minute says, hey, I just got above my 200. I'm going to close a candle above it. You could open a trade here, technically, on that idea, right? And we can just go all the way, and we could put a stop right here. So we could say, okay, we want to get to 49,898, and we want to go and put a stop at 48,795. Now this trade is ripping. Oh, and it just it just changed. If I had been able to press the buy button when I wanted to, the risk has now changed to a 1.5 from a 3, and now I'm out of the trade. See, this entry and this entry are two different. That's the trade is different now. That's a 3-to-1. That's not. If I ape in now and I lose the trade, it's on me. So it's like it doesn't follow the rules in which I played. I wasn't quick enough to make the entry. I had to be faster, or I should have stayed in the trade initially that I was in. All right. So back to the drawing board, though. I can't beat myself up. I'm always opportunity, right? So I just got to keep following this until this eventually makes a flag, because it's going to. It's getting overbought on the Stokes. At one point, it's going to flag out. What a beautiful trade. Anyone that took that trade, I got in, I got out. I didn't take the whole thing, but I took as much, I made a profitable trade. $100 in like a very small amount of time. And now we're at 49.2, which is good because we're back above 49,000. The key area that I said we had to break. And then look, we have this little local resistance still though here and here. We still have this, like these two little bits. These are some resistance areas we need to break back above. Now there's the 21. We would expect price action to interact with it. If it's close, they're likely going to go flag out sideways. This could be our next trade. This was the previous resistance on an SR flip. And we could start to build our next idea. The key is to be ahead of these ideas, so when it happens, like me, you don't miss that one move that we had. I'd be in the trade right now had I had that, but I can't force it if it's not right. See, there's so many, there's good, once you have rules, it's awesome, because you can't just hit the buy button whenever you want. There's a reason why you did it. Yeah, Mara doing well. Jennifer, you're back in the money, right? Mara back over 26, doing damage. I had Mara up too. Shout out to all my STX fans and everyone holding STX. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Wow, look at that beautiful move from Mara. And if you look at Mara now, small time frames. I'm not recording, I'm live streaming. As I told you guys, we let all the neighborhood kids hang out at our house all the time. And so we have 2 kids a week. I love it. I want my house to be the fun house where the music's on, where everyone's happy. We order food for everybody. You know, no problems at all. They can eat us out of house and home if they want. God put me here to provide for everybody at all times that's around me. So if you're near me, I'm going to give you a meal. I'm going to hang out. If you come visit me, I'm going to take care of you. I've always been that way. My mother's always been that way. And God has always helped me help others. So, yeah. Just made $400 on my lunch hour. Amazing, right? Amazing. We love it, man. It just makes you fam. Just stay out of the basement. You're funny. Yeah, keep the kids out of the basement. Yeah. I'm working up to joining the 99. I don't know how to fit trading into my work schedule, but I listen as much as I can to get this knowledge. Hey, man, you know, if all you do is listen and it meshes that well, let it grow organically. Okay? Word, I'm coming by, Sammy. Come on, man. Come on, cheese sauce. So I'm watching the 1 hour for Marathon Digital, and I'm liking where it is on the 1 hour. So look at this. I mean, it's so weird to trade the stock market, right? Like, look how, like, fragmented the stock market is. It's even harder to project, right? But look, our next leg is this. We just got a golden cross in the 1 hour. You got to look, and again, once Mara got above the 200 SMA, you opened up a long with a stop on the other side. My strategies will pay you on the stock market. They'll pay you all the time. You just got to stick to them. All right? Stick to them. Once you're in a trade for a long time, you start to lose. Like, even you could even stick to you could even use one time frame for a long period of time. There's so many ways to do it. But the 200 SMA is such an amazing way to trade, everyone. It really, 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 really is. I wouldn't try to push you into things that would confuse you. I want you to get it, right? So sick that we made that little, and that's what people don't realize too, is that's all you need for a day's pay. Right there. I want a little less. I put $800. Had I put in $3,000, I would have made even more, right? Yes, there was more risk involved as well. But, you know, all you need is a move. That's all. Just like that. That's all you need. All right? The 99 is worth every penny. Only been here a week, and I'm blown away. Thank you, man. Oh, my God, that's our house. My wife would yell at anyone who asked permission to grab food or drinks. Pantry was open to all. May I please jump in there, you know? Can't wait to meet you one day, Sammy. Top of the bucket list. You will, man. Anyone that, if you put it on your mind, it's going to happen. I'll be in Hollywood, Florida in a week. If anyone's out there in Miami, come down, meet me on the beach for the day. Have some tacos, relax. Like, where is the plus sign? I want to get out. Oh, there it is. Like, it is hiding it. Now, this could be see, you got to get into this micro world. The more micro you can get to, the more edge you have. Because a lot of people can't get that micro. And then the more macro you can get, the more edge you have. See, everyone's stuck 1 hour, 4 hour. That's what most of them do. They have a hard time getting into the weekly and everything else. So look, this would be our next entry technically. This trend line would be trending up. Might even make a little flag here. Stop below the 200. Remind yourself every time you're in these trades that the 15-minute is on a tear right now above that 200. So 49989, still the same target. 49053 would be the stop. Risking 26 for $140. It's amazing. So risk $50 for $300. There's no reason to take that, not to take that trade. Now, if we break this further area to the upside, we can double in. So if I get above here, maybe even triple up. Okay. And we got all the stops from earlier today that we have to shred through now that we're super bearish when like, oh, everyone's saying Bitcoin's going to the two. It's so weird how you can get everyone thinking Bitcoin's going down when it just hit 50,000. It's just so funny to me. And there we go again, you know, a fast cup of coffee. And it's about executing at the right place at the right time. And it's never about rushing, okay? And remembering you're the opportunity, not the market. You're the opportunity. You create this moment in time that happens right now in front of you. All right? And now, look, we're profitable yet again, right? Up another 16%. Bang, bang, bang. 2% up $17, I meant. And there we may have read this retest possibly pretty nice. I always zoom out and I want to see my bigger time frame idea. And wow, I mean, if we look at the 30-second even, this trade's just still playing out. Like we're on our way to the target too. And then we could make this and say, okay, so we're flagging again. I love it. All is well that, you know, so far so good here. Moving averages still look healthy too for a continuation. A little bit of bearish div now beginning to form on the 30-second as that swings up and that swings down. We could say it pulled off and we hit this support of resistance flip. And somewhat of a possible double bottom here. 1, 2. Interesting. All right. And we'll get back into our mini world here inside of the trade on the perpetual. And there's no guarantees we're going to win any trade. We just take it one step at a time. And we always know our risk. And look how I didn't over-risk myself. I'm only risking half of what I just made. So I can already be up depending, right? It's like using house money each time to gain a little more of an edge. All right. Oh, I love the game of trading, but it takes time. It takes time. Nice holding 49. And 49 too is a big area for me too. That I really that I like. The kids are funny, huh? Kids are home from school, so you hear them. You never hear that. I apologize for Bookmap and everyone, but I hope it's all right. Understanding it's real life, right? I'm in the studio. I don't know how bad. Can you hear the kids? I don't know if you can hear them as much. Yeah, I hear that beat in the background, right? My wife's playing music. And I've been fasting since last night. It's funny. After 3-day fast, and then I fast even more. Right? It's insane. But I fast every day, just in case you guys didn't know. But I really believe coupling the way you live and the way you trade, they're one and the same. You know, they're one and the same. A successful life comes from someone who is not obsessed with drugs or alcohol, has enough time to focus on what matters to them, right? Doesn't mean you can't, I don't drink, doesn't mean you can't have a glass of wine or a beer, doesn't mean you can't indulge. I'm not like someone who's like, oh, you have to be straight edge. I just feel like whatever you do the most should take over your life. And if you're doing other things that are taking over your life, you're not going to be able to be a good trader because trading has to take over your life if you're going to become a profitable trader. Sounds like a wealthy, healthy family in the background. No worries listening. Lovely knowing you're also a family man. Yeah. Physically and spiritually will affect the way you think and are. Yeah. I love when my son has friends over and they are loud. I know they are living in the moment and having fun. Isn't it the best? I'm such a kid. Like, I always want to connect to what it was like when I was a kid. You know, and there we go. We got another profitable trade for the lifers. I put you in again, or you put yourself in again. I don't, you know, but I was able to give you the vision to see what could possibly be true, right? What could happen here. Now we're up again. Look up one, you know, the king of 3%. Now, if this rips, which this would be a nice ripple. Just, you know, we could see a really good short squeeze. We've got the big red. Remember big red? Big red sitting there. It's funny. That's the new thing. But 49,920, 50K says that we're about to go right back to 50K and just annihilate these shorts right now. I don't know if we'll stay there. We might get rejected by it yet again. I'm not, you know, I take it one step at a time. But right now, 50K looks highly probable. So there's Bookmap again, giving your second probable trade, and then we can see the liquidity coming in for Bookmap. That solidifies how we feel about the trade. And so, like, this is where we want to go. That's where we're going to be. I love doing this. I kind of line them up together. Look, and there it is. Like, this is where price action is, and this is where we're going to go. Right, like so. See how they line up? Oh, bang. Oh, I want them line. Now I got to do it. But because of the way that, hold on. Let's see. There we go. How beautiful does that look, right? And like sometimes that's fun to do, just visually line up your liquidity. Be like, well, that's what I'm going for. Like, that's where they are. And this is what we do, right? And you don't want to short yourself in between a large order because you can get squeezed, especially if you're getting above 200 SMAs. So we've learned now how to get to liquidity. All right. Thank you, Sam. 30x unsold and now up huge. 333. Crazy. You're so much more aggressive of a trader than me. You guys are all going for these huge. It's funny. I know I love you guys for doing it. God bless you all. It's just funny. I'm so conservative with my money. That's awesome. Oranges look like to have found support around 44-cent mark. I do not get out in time. When do the charts give A? Looking for the coin. Okay. I definitely bailed on that thing when I had to. Then I tried to swing it again, and I bailed again, but I didn't lose more what I had in the initial win, right? So, and I knew that. I buffered in with what I had won, right? Wow, that's a big gain right there, 49,270. Now the initial trade that I first put out there is still in the money. You get it? Still in the money. If you took this trade and you never left it, you're in like a really nice gain now. And see, no fear. You can leave a trade, you can get back in. When you're afraid, then you're like, oh, I'm afraid I'll never get that entry again that I just got. I can't sell now. Fear just paralyzes you from doing anything. It keeps you from, you can't live in fear. You must believe your opportunity and good things are coming. And just repeat that. And even if there's doubt, the second you doubt that, then you do doubt. Then it is what it is. Prefer than bad fun at my house so I know who they're hanging out with. 100%. Right? That's awesome. Man, the responsible parents are like that, right? You have the other kids at your house every day, and you're like, the parents never even wonder where he's at, and you're like, dude, you want me to tell you where your kid's at? No, we have running like that. Like, she came over, but her mom was always like, yeah, whatever. Like, let's go to 300 now. And this is it. We want to hit our order block. That's it now. We're waiting to go to 50K. That's it. That's the trade. That's what we're on. All trades start small. They can turn big, right? I love this, how we have liquidity matched up to the chart. I mean, I've done it a few times, but not this clean, right? What up, Lifer? Shout out to Chris F. Shout out to everybody here. Love that we're getting big here. Yeah, 50K waiting room. 200 people in the live. I mean, that's a big deal. That's one of the biggest Bookmap live streams I've ever had, I think. Sure, it makes me look like I'm like lifting like 200 pounds a day. I'm not that big, I swear. This shirt just makes me look like a freaking bodybuilder. It's crazy. Just the camera angles, I think. I am Irish. I got an Irish back on me, but Sam, you're like our Andy Reid. You make the great calls, but we still have to execute. When we do, sky's the limit. Much love to you. I love that. No, you're the big deal, Sammy. You're funny, man. I follow on Sam in crypto anywhere. Please check out Phantom. I'm also a lifer from the trading group. Okay, we'll take a look at Phantom for you. nasty sell-off there. Heavy rejection. And when it comes to trading, I'm never going for the win. I'm always going for protection. So look, I'll flash close immediately and take my 15. I've learned that way I'll just 20 straight wins. You know what I mean? Some were 15, some are 10, 200, 300, 400. Some are 10s, 15, 200, 400, 500. There's just no reason to have the loss if I don't, if I'm actively trading, I don't want to take a loss. Even if it's small or big, and I don't care. Now, if I went away and said, this is the trade, I'm walking away, let it be, that's a different story, right? Once I do this, I delete everything again, and I'm always resetting my vision. Because life has now, like my reality has now changed. You get it? My reality is different than it was before. It has now changed. Rising wedges break to the downside 68% of the time. We've lost the 200 SMA. We could come down to this 200 now. And look, it was all beautiful, right? And now we're over, right? How did Sammy know when to get out? Like, how did I know right then when? Because if you just do the right thing, it seems like you knew what was happening. Now, I could have shorted this instantly and changed it back. There was a bearish div here on the RSI. Let's take a look. RSI was trending down. Price was trending up. Rising wedge. 68% of the time, you're breaking down. 32%, you'll break out parabolically out the wedge and go crazy. However, the Stokes should be low when that happens. The Stokes were high as we started to end the bottom of the channel. Stochastics will teach you how to trade the rising wedge the right way. If the rising wedge is going to break up parabolically, you're likely having low Stokes with the curve. If it's about to dump, you're likely having high Stokes with the curve. The chart will look exactly the same. The Stokes are what will give you the sauce. Okay? And look, you saw me make about, 110, 120 in an hour, okay? I'm not trying to be a big shot here, okay? I've made, I'm good. I'm well off, I'm well off. I'm in a good spot. I own gold bars. Right? I own real estate. I own Bitcoin. Both my parents just died, and I got my inheritance. You know what I mean? It's like, which wasn't a lot, but I'm just saying, add it to the list, right? And my parents at least weren't, they didn't leave me with debt. I didn't have to, they left me with something, My dad was an iron worker. My mom was a school teacher, right? So they were both hardworking people that came from Irish working class families. Her father was a post worker, and her mother was a homemaker. My dad's mother was also a homemaker, and his father was a bricklayer. The mother didn't work in the 40s and the 50s. That was a new concept as the 50s and the 60s rolled on, By the time the 80s came, yeah, your mom had to work, right? It changed. In America, the mother could be home with the kids. Think about how beautiful America was. Less divorce, more people home with the kids. The mom was home. There was a feeling, there was baked goods. There wasn't processed foods. When the mother left the kitchen, the kids had nothing to eat. So now now the supermarkets start making processed food. Isn't it funny how when you up, if we kept, and I'm not saying women don't belong, I don't want us to be that whole women belong in the kitchen thing. I don't want people, but a woman is a nurturer, and women know how to nurture children better than men. I don't care what, I can replicate everything my mom did, and I'm actually really good at it because I spent a lot of time with my mom. But not many men did like I did. Me and my mom were like this. We were like twins. You couldn't get us apart. I love my dad. We hung out a lot, but me and my mom were always together. I spent so much time with my mom, My dad had his life and the family life. My mom had the family life. She didn't have another life. Her only life was her kids. You know what I mean? My dad had his Harley. He had his hobbies. My mom was just, it was all, her life was the kids. She didn't have it. I'm not trying to say she didn't have another life. She didn't want another. Girls. I was at home, Mom, for a few years. My husband doesn't make enough. I'm more of a go-getter, but I'm also more the parent. Interesting. My lady teaches knitting, but she doesn't have to. I love that. Yeah, but my husband's mom was, his father worked And so was my mom. My mother's divorced and my husband's mom died. Oh, wow. So sorry. Sorry to hear that. So now we start to build the possible next trade. And we can stay on it. We repeat to ourselves. The 15-minute has held above the 200 SMA. We don't want to see this 15-minute roof and be... Now, this doesn't look great. The Stokes are turning on us. We're now looking like this isn't going to be a really nice hold. Like, this is actually turning pretty bearish, right? So far. 15-minute has a bearish engulfing. And if that 15-minute decides it's going to lose the 200, that's not going to be a great sign. This should give us a bounce. This little rising wedge here, falling wedge, right? To the top of the channel, right? BB, can I have that burger? Can you just bring it here so I can eat it? Why would I have to come up and get it? I've been working since 7 in the morning. Like, why would you do that to me? Are you serious? Summer, can you bring me my burger? When your wife won't bring you your burger, you ask your kid for your burger. You get it? That's crazy, man. Anyway, can I please have my burger? Can I please have my burger? I want it right here, please. I want to take one bite. It's getting so cold. It's been here for half an hour. My wife, man. I keep it, eat it in a tinfoil, man. Get the man his burger. Thank you.
I don't know if there's french fries in there. Yeah.
It's all right.
Is there?
No, it's all right. So the neighborhood kids brought me my burger, not even my wife and my kid. Thank you. The guest was smart enough to know, you know. I won't be rude and eat in front of you, but I can't wait to eat this thing. I'm so hungry right now. I can't wait. That's why I don't want to have to walk upstairs. I want to end the stream and eat the burger. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna murk that burger right now.
You got your Coca-Cola.
Oh no, I won't drink that. Thank you.
Okay.
Very nice of you.
Okay, go.
I drink a milkshake, chocolate milkshake.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I got that, but that's all lard too, man. I just gotta drink water. I've been fasting, man. I'm not drinking Coke. Hey, sweetie. How's it going? We're just doing some live trading here today. Tell them what you know. Wait, come here. Get over here. Come here, sweetie. Tell them what you know about live trading.
So, I know. Hey!
No, I don't want them to see your face. Hold on. Do you have a mask?
No.
Yeah, you do. You have some type of mask. Somewhere. All right. What do you know about trading?
So, I know a falling wedge.
Yeah.
A wedge.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Funny, man. My lady can't work. She claims disability. I work. Honestly, I didn't know she claimed disability. She looked so fun. Whenever I saw her, she seemed fine. Everybody's moving out of my town. So now we got this like falling wedge. Wedges break up 68% of the time. We could scalp this possibly to the top of the channel with low stochastic. Kind of a hidden bullish divergence. This is swinging down. The whole set's swinging up. But that set to that set. I'm getting all traded out. All I can think about is that burger right now. Like, that's all I can think about. I'm not lying, you know. I want Five Guys. I know you do. I know you do. Get that mayonnaise burger. He's bulking up. Yeah, right? Like, he's bulking, bro. He needs it. I'm trying to grow my freaking neck. Enjoy the burger, Sammy. All right, everyone. I'm going to jump on out of here. I appreciate you all. We had a blast. I still see 50K up here. Kind of feeling like a Thursday afternoon, though. Things getting a little flat. But I still got faith that this could be a big move here. Let's look at our 15 and see if our 15-minute can hold the 200. You'd be surprised. Stokes can be high, and somehow they can reset, and you'll never lose the 200 SMA. If this 15-minute doesn't lose the 200 SMA, you have a chance of getting to 50K on this trade. So that's kind of the hotness today. And then we could use the 1 minute to execute. And that's kind of what I'm dreaming about. Oh, look, it did bounce exactly like I thought it would. That would have been my next execution, but I couldn't think about anything but a burger. Make sure you eat. But this looks like this could be the possible SR flip of the next trade. Baby. I just heard like a commercial song, and I don't want like that to come on the stream, Anyway, so this is the next thing I'm looking at. I'll update the trading group with what I'm looking at here. Possible shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we start to break down. If the 15-minute loses the 200 SMA, this is all a dream, and it doesn't happen. So we're kind of going on that whim and looking for confirmation. I hope you had a good time with me today. It was awesome. 2 profitable trades in a row, so what can you say, right? We'll see what happens. You did have to be quick on the gun. It was in and out in the 1 minute. But I hope you had fun and you watched something and you learned. Who here learned something on the live stream, gained some more experience, or just had a good time? Put a 1 in the comment right now if you had a good time. Let me see the ones. All right. Enjoy your burger, Sammy. Bless you. You're the GOAT, Sammy. Thank you, Lifer Adam. I love to hear the laughter. Kids are great. Yep. Every day I learn something new with you. Thank you. Look at all the ones coming in. And I'm gonna take my first bite right here because I can't even wait. Oh yeah. I'm the fastest burger eater you ever meet. Could eat it in 4 bites. I love you all. Have a good night.